You're staring up at a daunting 12-level ladder with a $60,000 salary as your starting point, while the CEO soars above, making $10 million annually, a staggering 166 times more than you, and 300 times more than your weekly $192 paycheck. The climb is long and arduous, with only 1 in 12 making it to the top, and a mere 8% chance of advancing to the next level. You can smell the freshly brewed coffee and hear the sound of keyboards clacking as you contemplate the journey ahead, with the fluorescent lights overhead casting an unforgiving glare, and the clock ticking away 2,080 working hours per year. You're a junior analyst at Goldman Sachs, working a grueling 100 hours a week, earning $60,000 a year, and living off of $1,150 per week, or $275 per day, with a daily commute of 2 hours. Your desk is cluttered with financial models. Your phone never stops ringing, and the sound of printers humming fills the air as you rush to meet the 5 p.m. deadline. 1 in 5 make it past this level, a mere 20% chance of advancing, and the phone rings, signaling another long night ahead, with the fluorescent lights overhead casting an unforgiving glare, and the sound of microwave dinners wafting through the air as you strive to earn a $5,000 bonus. You're an associate at Morgan Stanley, earning $80,000 a year, or $1,538 per week, and responsible for building intricate financial models and pitching high-stakes deals to discerning clients, with a success rate of 25%. Your days are filled with meetings, your nights spent working on presentations, and the smell of microwave dinners wafts through the air as you fuel up on $10 coffee and $5 energy drinks. 20% get promoted, a 1 in 5 chance, and the pressure to impress is palpable, with the sound of keyboards clacking and printers printing in the background, as you strive to earn a $10,000 bonus and a 10% raise, with 1,400 hours of overtime per year. You're a senior associate at J.P. Morgan, making $120,000 a year, or $2,308 per week, and leading deal teams, working with top clients, and shouldering immense responsibility with a team of 5 analysts. Your work is scrutinized, your mistakes costly, and the tension is palpable, with a mere 1 in 10 chance of advancing to the next level and a $20,000 bonus on the line. The stakes rise, and the sound of clocks ticking echoes through your mind as you navigate the treacherous landscape of high finance, with $50,000 in bonuses hanging in the balance, and the smell of fine wine wafting through the air as you attend 20 networking events per year. You're a vice president at Bank of America, earning $200,000 a year, or $3,846 per week, and managing high-performing teams, closing massive deals, and making strategic decisions that impact the company's bottom line. With a 15% profit margin, your work is high stakes, your decisions crucial, and the pressure builds, with 5 years of experience required to reach this level, and 10 years to make it to the top. The air is thick with anticipation, and the sound of champagne corks popping celebrates your success, as you bask in the glow of a $50,000 bonus and a $20,000 raise, with the smell of fine dining wafting through the air as you dine at 5-star restaurants 10 times a year. You're a director at Citigroup, making $300,000 a year, or $5,769 per week, and overseeing multiple teams, making strategic decisions, and wielding significant influence, with a team of 10 managers. Your expertise is sought after, your judgment trusted, and the challenge is exhilarating, with a 10% chance of advancing to the next level and a $75,000 bonus on the line. The view from the top is breathtaking, with the sound of the city humming below and the smell of fine dining wafting through the air as you contemplate your next move, with a $30,000 raise and 20 days of vacation per year as you travel to 5 exotic destinations. Remember the junior analyst from level 1. Most of them are gone, and you're now a managing director at Deutsche Bank, earning $500,000 a year, or $9,615 per week, and a leader in the industry with your opinions respected and your influence far-reaching. With a network of 500 contacts, you're a master deal maker with a success rate of 90% and a mere 1 in 20 chance of reaching the top, with a $100,000 bonus and a $50,000 raise. The spotlight shines brightly, and the sound of applause echoes through the air as you bask in the glory of your success, with $1 million in assets and a $20,000 monthly allowance. At 6 a.m., UBS's senior managing directors like you are already reviewing Bloomberg terminals, navigating $750,000 annual salaries, or $14,423 weekly payouts, with 20 managers under your wing, and a certified financial manager certification from the Institute of Management Accountants. High-stakes negotiations fill your days, while nights are spent strategizing over fine wine at the Four Seasons, attending 10 high-profile events per year, with a 1 in 20 chance of promotion, and the thrill of a $200,000 bonus amidst $5 million in assets and a $50,000 monthly allowance from Goldman Sachs 401(k) plans. Your group head at Credit Suisse, earning $1 million a year, or $19,231 per week, and responsible for entire divisions, with your decisions impacting the company's trajectory and a 20% stake in the company. Your expertise is unparalleled, your leadership trusted, and the final test comes with a 1 in 10 chance of advancing to the top and a $250,000 bonus on the line. The air is electric, and the sound of champagne corks popping celebrates your success as you contemplate your legacy, with a $100,000 raise and $10 million in assets, and the smell of victory wafting through the air as you receive 10 awards per year. You're the CEO of a major bank, making $5 million a year, or $96,154 per week, and the face of the company, with your decisions shaping the industry and a 50% stake in the company. Your influence is vast, your power unmatched, and the legacy begins with a 1 in 100 chance of reaching the top and a $1 million bonus and a $500,000 raise. The view from the pinnacle is breathtaking, with the sound of history being made echoing through the air and the smell of greatness wafting through the halls as you contemplate your impact, with $50 million in assets and a $20,000 monthly allowance as you travel to 10 exotic destinations per year. You're a billionaire investor, making $10 million a year, or $192,308 per week, and a member of the elite club with your wealth staggering and your influence global, with a network of 1,000 contacts. Your power is unparalleled, and the world is yours, with a 1 in 1,000 chance of reaching this level, and a $5 million bonus and a $10 million raise. The sound of private jets soaring overhead, and the smell of exotic destinations wafting through the air as you navigate the rarefied world of the ultra-wealthy, with $1 billion in assets and a $50,000 monthly allowance as you attend 20 high-profile events per year and receive 50 awards per year. You're a philanthropist, giving back to the community and a leader in the industry, with your legacy cemented and a 90% positive reputation. Your influence is vast, your impact lasting, and the impact is felt, with a 1 in 10,000 chance of reaching this level, and a $10 million bonus and a $20 million donation. The sound of applause echoes through the air, and the smell of gratitude wafting through the halls as you contemplate your contribution with $100 million in donations and a $50,000 monthly allowance as you travel to 5 exotic destinations per year and receive 10 awards per year with a 20% stake in the company. You're a legend in the industry, a household name, with $100 million as your annual income, and a master of the game with your legacy forever etched in history and a 95% positive reputation. Your influence is global, your impact eternal, and the end is a new beginning, with the sound of confetti and champagne corks popping celebrating your triumph, and the smell of victory wafting through the air as you bask in the glow of unparalleled success, with $5 billion in assets and a $100,000 monthly allowance, as you attend 50 high-profile events per year and receive 100 awards per year with a 50% stake in the company and a $50 million bonus. Climb costs you 10 years of your life, $100,000 in student loans, and countless relationships, but the payoff is worth it. With $10 million a year, a legacy that lasts, and a name that's known, the question is, what's the real cost of success? As you sit in your plush office, surrounded by the trappings of wealth, and the sound of history being made echoes through the air, with the smell of fine wine and cigars wafting through the air, and the satisfaction of a life well lived, with $1 billion in assets and a $20 million bonus, and the thrill of a life well lived, with 1,000 employees looking up to you.